This is Chris Schlar with Big Ego. I love reverbs, and I just bought 2 more of them. One cost $40 and one cost $4,000. So let's see if we can hear the difference between them. I'm sure we will be able to, but I just wanted to have fun. I thought there could still be a usefulness to a $40 reverb. And I'm not talking about a digital plug-in. I think the Valhalla Vintage Verb, I think is about $40, and that thing sounds amazing. It's the closest thing I've heard to a vintage Lexicon hardware unit. I'm talking about an old, I got this at a thrift shop. The Alesis Nanoverb from 1996, $40, still in the box, warranty card, instructions, everything. And then my $4,000 purchase was this. Well, not this. I mean, this is just the manual, but which is like insane. Just the amount of information here, the tabs, the whole deal. So the Lexicon 224, this came out around, I want to say 1983. And of course, we're doing this, and it's almost the year 2022. So the fact that these things are even still in operation and still being used is kind of amazing. So the 224XL was essentially like the third Lexicon digital stereo reverb unit. The 224 came before it, and then the 224X. And then the XL, the L, I believe, stands for LARC, which is the remote unit that you see. And LARC stands for, it's all these acronyms, Lexicon Alphanumeric Remote Control. So you've got all of these different options, these sliders, different parameters, and you've got kind of very quick access to all of them. But you are doing, some like tabbing through, essentially like paging through. What we're going to do is we're going to listen to a track from the new JUNATIME record. This is a single called 1,000 Hummingbirds. Let's listen to it on Heather's vocal first. So what we're going to compare are the plate reverb algorithms. Rich plate on the Lexicon 224XL and plate reverb 1, there's only 3 of them on the Nanoverb. It's the one that sounds closest to me. It's not that close, but... So the first thing we're going to listen to is the Nanoverb, and that's what's in with the mix right now. Let's solo the vocal out.
1,000 hummingbirds fly out of my heart every time I hear, every time I call your name.
Okay, now I've got it back in the full mix, no reverb at all. And we're going to bring in the Lexicon 224XL.
Strings clarified. Feelings we can't hide. All is endless.
Now we'll solo out the vocal and the Lexicon.
1,000 hummingbirds fly out of my heart every time I hear, every time I call your name. 1,000 hummingbirds fly out of my heart every time I hear, every time I call your name.
Okay, so for me, without headphones, just listening raw on the monitors, one of the first things I can hear is the lack of headroom on the Nanoverb. I have the settings very closely matched, as close as I can get them, running through aux sends on the console, and it's breaking up a little bit, whereas the Lexicon's got tons of headroom. Now, the verbs sound very different as well, but just the first thing that you could really hear, like, immediately is like almost this distortion. Now let's listen to it on a snare. Let's solo the snare and the Lexicon out. You can hear it has this great movement or motion to it. All right, let's switch it over to the Alesis Nanoverb. First, I'll take the reverb off entirely. Well, there you go. A $40 reverb and a $4,000 reverb. Let me know what you think.